there to get his hands on it. 44-13 the score after the scoop and score by Clarence Pluckett for the Maroon Tide. Or excuse me, for the Bulldogs. And the Maroon Tide set to receive and recover on offense. There's a player down for the Bulldogs who have received the brunt of the injuries. I believe, again, don't want to identify a player down before knowing exactly who it is. I believe that is the kicker in Draco Cleaver. He may have had his leg run into the blocker in Cole Pickett. Still stretching out the leg of the player down. I don't want to confirm that that's who that is. The player's still laying on his back. Hard to see a number. And this is the point of the broadcast where I'm kicking myself for not bringing my binoculars. Your score is 44-13, 2:18 to go in the third quarter. The rest of this game is essentially a formality. But the Maroon Tide certainly will want to keep better hold of the ball. Both turnovers have been fumbles based on snap problems. That is indeed Draco Cleaver, the kicker. So a tough turn of events for a player who has been fantastic today, one of the bright spots for the Bulldogs in the game, and he has helped off the field. So we'll see who does the kickoff duties now for the Bulldogs. Oh, good. A player whose name is not on the roster will do the kickoffs. Number 25, if you know him at home. It's a low line drive kick right up the middle. That's relatively effective. Fielding it is Johnson at the 15. He's got space, cuts up past the 30 on the far sideline, moving right to left, and is hit at the 35. So that is where the Maroon Tide will begin its next possession. Looks like they'll spot him at the 37. 1st and 10 for Galax. Cole Pickett back into the game after his one play off that resulted in the scoop and score. Pickett in the gun, in the pistol formation. Denver Brown, the tailback behind him. Keatley, the split wide out to the near side left. He's the only one. Split and slot to the far side right. That's the short side. Handoff, Brown, cutting left, past the 40, chased down from behind, and tackled at the 42. Very athletic play by Clarence Pluckett, the man who scooped and scored, and now Pluckett is down. Pluckett on his hands and knees near the 40-yard line where he made the tackle. Now he's going to limp back to the huddle, and I'm sure he'll be replaced. Never actually received treatment from the trainer, who got halfway out before Pluckett got back up onto his feet. So Pluckett comes off. 2nd and 5 for Galax at the 43-yard line. Pickett in the gun. Pistol formation with Brown behind him. Now Brown moves sidecar right. 2 receivers to the far side right. That's the wide side now. Fake the handoff. They go pop pass right down the middle, and it's caught at the 40-yard line, down to the 35, and pushed to the 30 is Brendan Bryson. The little pop seam pass right down the middle. Pickett just looped it over the offensive line right into the hands of Bryson, who snatched it out of the hands of a Bulldog defender. I thought for a second that might be intercepted. It was caught in traffic, but Bryson snatched it out of the hands of the defender. 1st and 10 now in plus territory at the 30-yard line. Pistol formation again. Bryson stands in that wing spot to the left, almost an offset tight end. Snap back, play action, out route, caught by Peckrin at the 20-yard line, up to the 10 before he's out of bounds at the far side. Little wheel route by Peckrin, and he was in all kinds of daylight on the far side. 20-yard pass play from Pickett to Peckrin. And Galax is into the red zone on the 9-yard line, 1st and goal. 23 seconds left here in this 3rd quarter. Pickett in the gun, takes the snap, pulls it out of the breadbasket of Brown. It's caught on the far sideline now by Johnson at the 10, who pushes his way up to the 5. Pickett just swinging that one out to the flats. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. So switch fields and move to the far side. Galax leads 44-13. Put the 4 fingers up. Final 12 minutes of the ball game. When we come back, you're listening to Galax Football on WCGX, The Cat. Time for the 4th quarter. 44-13 the score, 12 minutes on the clock. Galax in control and threatening again down to the 5-yard line in Martinsville red zone territory. Ready to get the 4th quarter underway. Kyle Bond with you here at Galax High School. Pickett in the gun, Brown behind him, play action, rolls to his right, in trouble, and now throws it out the back of the end zone. Pickett went down hard under pressure up the middle from Troy Lee Ellison, who came on a blitz right up the gut. Pickett did well to feel the pressure and throw that out of bounds, because if he held the football for another half second, he would have been sacked. 3rd and goal now from the 5. Pickett organizing his offense. 2 receivers split out to the far side left, 1 to the near side right. That's Johnson. That's the tight side. Snap back. Quick crossing route. Right over the middle. Caught by Peckrin. Touchdown. Pickett to Peckrin on the 5-yard pass. Crossing route right up the middle. And Peckrin has his 2nd touchdown of the day. 1st through the air. Score now 50-13 as Galax has put up a half century. Ortiz in for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick, is good. A bit more of a line drive that time, but it's right through. They all count the same. 51-13. Just 10 seconds into the fourth quarter. Galax continues to pour it on, and Cole Pickett continues to do it all for the Maroon Tide. Through the air, on the ground, and Tristan Peckrin, the star of that drive, had a 20-yard catch in the swing pass earlier in the drive that got them down into the red zone. And then he punches it in on the 5-yard crossing route right over the middle. Set for the kickoff. Ortiz puts his boot through that one. A fabulous kick. It's off the hands of the returner at the goal line, and he'll just have to down it there. Delvin Roberts unable to get a handle of that ball. Another excellent kick by Eduardo Ortiz, who has been spectacular for the Maroon Tide. The Bulldogs bring out the offense yet again. Martinsville offense has gone nowhere but backwards since scoring its first points of the season early second quarter. They have been absolutely smothered by this Maroon Tide defense, which it starts up front on that defensive line. Andrew Belcher up there, Lee Peoples, Josh Brown, they've all been excellent. Back in at quarterback is Rashawn Dickerson, and he swings it out to the right side on a solid gain in the swing route before being pushed out of bounds at the 30. So a gain of 10 for Delvin Roberts. That'll move the chains. And a new set of downs for the Bulldogs. As I said, Dickerson now back at quarterback. So they gave Troy Odell a run. Now Dickerson will work it again. He's in the gun with Roberts in the pistol. Two receivers to the near side left. That's the wide side. Dickerson takes the snap. All kinds of time in the backfield. Now the corner blitz comes, and he's forced to scramble out to the left. Dickerson's still running, looking for a target. Lofts it to the left, and it's off the hands of Troy Brandon, who was coming back to the football and had that one right in his face mask at the 45 and could not make the catch. Second and 10 now from the 30-yard line. Dickerson has the play, breaks the huddle. Two receivers to the near side left. It's Brandon split out left. And in the slot, Javante Mans. Snap back. Give is up the middle. Bursting through the middle is Roberts across the 35 to the 40 and down to the 43 for a first down. Delvin Roberts with a catch and a run, both on this drive and both for first downs. And again, the Bulldogs move the chains. So Rashawn Dickerson comes back in at quarterback and gives the Bulldogs some life offensively. They're now at the 44. 51-13 our score, 9:22 to go in the fourth quarter. Dickerson in the gun, two running backs, both to his left. The give is to Roberts. Again, he bursts through the hole and passed into daylight. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. My goodness, Delvin Roberts with another gear. And he threw on the afterburners around the 30-yard line and got past the whole secondary. That's the second string secondary in for head coach Mark Dixon. So Delvin Roberts goes 58 yards. And the score now 51-19, 9 minutes to go. Kicking team out for the Bulldogs, looking to tack on the extra point. The hold is bobbled, so the point after is no good. Bodies flying everywhere, but the ball is recovered by the Bulldogs. 51-19 the score, 9:03 to go in the fourth quarter. So the sudden burst of speed from Delvin Roberts, who did it all for the Bulldogs on that drive, it gives the Bulldogs their second touchdown of the day, second touchdown of the season. And they will kick it off back to Galax. The Maroon Tide continuing to be prolific on offense. It's still the mystery man in to kick for the Bulldogs as Draco Cleaver is injured on their last extra point attempt. So he remains on the sidelines. Number 25 to kick. Puts his boot through another line drive that lands at the 25 and is scooped up at the 18 by Peckrin. Peckrin bursts across the 30, past the 40, has space down the right sideline, and is gang tackled past midfield at the 47. Tristan Peckrin with fabulous field vision, finding space left and right, and an excellent kick return to put Galax in great field position for its first full drive of this fourth quarter. $8:52 to go in the fourth. 51-19 the score. Galax offense continues to produce. Pickett in the gun. He's got Peckrin behind him. The gives to Peckrin to the right. Off tackle. Explodes across the 45 and down to the 40 before he is brought down by Jakari Watkins. Some sound system issues here at Galax High School. Overall, a fabulous show, both on and off the field here at Galax. Snap, the give up the middle, this time to Isaac Thompson in the backfield. Thompson bursts forward to the 37. Gain of 2 or 3 more. They give him the 38, so 2. And it'll be 3rd and 4. Mark Dixon digging deep into his roster. Going with Thompson for the first time at tailback. Still a number of starters out there, though. Pickett at quarterback. Zach Johnson still out there. Peckrin in the slot. Snap back to Pickett. He gives it to Thompson. Thompson's got space down the right sideline. 30, 25, cuts it back. Takes a hit at the 20, stays on his feet. Down to the 17 before being pushed out of bounds there. They can't bring him down. Isaac Thompson with a big run. Moving the chains and into the red zone. Thompson, a sophomore on this Maroon Tide team. Hands on his hips, waits for the next play. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 18 where they spot the football. First down at the 8. 7:15 and counting. Play comes in. Pistol formation yet again. Denver Brown is now playing as the wing. He goes in motion from right to left. Snap back, give to Thompson. Left tackle this time. He's got space. 15-10. He's met at the 10 there as the defender sheds the block of the wide receiver on that side, Colton Keatley. Second and 3 after a 7-yard gain. Ball down on the 11-yard line. Long look to the sideline for Galax. And the tide is set. It's Peckrin in the backfield now. Snap back to Pickett. He gives it to Peckrin. Left side across the 10, down close to the first down marker as we tick past 6 minutes to go in the ball game. We'll see where they mark it. They do give him the first down. So ball right at the 8-yard line. But it's enough for a first down. First and goal. Now back into the game, Ian Ashworth, who will run the point at quarterback. And back in the pistol is Isaac Thompson. So Ashworth, the last time he was at quarterback, the ball sailed over his head for a scoop and score. This was a good snap. He's not sure where to go with the football, and now it's on the ground. Fumble, and Martinsville comes up with it. Broken play. Ashworth looked to spin the wrong way as he tried to hand the ball off, and then was hit hard as he looked to push forward on his own, fumbled the football, and Martinsville recovered. So another turnover, this one deep in the red zone, and something for Mark Dixon to have a chat with his backup quarterback. All a learning experience with the score well out of reach for Martinsville with 5:19 to go. A good chance for Ian Ashworth to get some reps and learn the playbook and learn how to hold on to the football. Definitely a teachable moment. The Bulldogs with the ball now at the 12-yard line with a long way to go across the field. Dickerson in the gun, takes the snap, drops back, has lots of time, all day to throw, still looking, now rolls to his left, throws, and it's off the fingertips of his intended target, Javonte Manns. Manns out near the 25-yard line outside the hash. Just got his fingertips on that one, but nothing more. Clock ticks down past 5 minutes to go. Dickerson into the gun. Two receivers split to the near side left. The give is up the middle to Roberts. Roberts goes off tackle right and is smothered at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Great play down there by Mason Cox, freshman who's getting some game time today with the score out of hand. A couple of other players seeing some time on the field. Kobe Adams comes off for a substitution. Javier Gallardo is in at corner. Also in the backfield is Nolan Lawrence. And Sam Olinger is up on the line. Snap back to Dickerson, gives to Roberts yet again off tackle to the right, and he is smothered again, pushed backwards after a gain of 1 up to the 15. So this Bulldog offense going nowhere against the second team defense for Galax. Running onto the field now, Xavier Blevins for the Tide. A couple of guys up on the front line as well. Isaac Bartlett getting some time at linebacker. Ryan Hanks up on the defensive front. Hanks lining up next to Treston Church. lot of new faces out there on the offense, and we'll have a punt as it's 4th down for Martinsville, trying to get the personnel sorted out, and now a timeout for the Bulldogs as they cannot get the right players on the field. 3:31 to go in the ball game. This one well in the books, 51-19. Galax in front. The offense spectacular tonight, led by Cole Pickett under center, but he's had plenty of help. Denver Brown was excellent in the backfield, 2 touchdown runs. Tristan Peckrin all over the field. He's got a touchdown run of 56 yards and a touchdown catch. Zach Johnson following up his performance of 3 touchdowns in week 1 with 1 score of his own today. Although Johnson not needed as much with the game working so well today. Colton Keatley has made his presence known in the passing game as well. Come up with a couple of catches. Isaac Thompson with a few runs here late in the backfield. So Pickett's had plenty of help in his offensive line. Just a stellar performance today as well. Snap back to the punter. That is Dickerson doing the punting duties. Caught at the 43 by Ashworth. The plus 43 that is. And now he loses the football again. And there goes Martinsville. The Bulldogs will score on a scoop and score yet again. Jahil Martin this time recovers the fumble. Ashworth struggling to hold on to the football. And Martinsville gets a late consolation score. It's 25 now for the Bulldogs. 51-25 the score. So the Bulldogs flip the field and will now look for an extra point. Coach Dixon was looking for ball security as a sticking point pregame. They've fumbled 4 times now and lost all 4. Snap back, kick is blocked. A lot of flags as a player who was substituting did not get set, but it doesn't matter as the kick is blocked. 51-25 the score late here in the 4th quarter. And Galax will get the football back after another turnover proves costly. Kyle Bond with you here in Friday Night Lights at Galax High School. The Maroon Tide will be here for 2 more, and we'll be here along with it. Next week, Carroll County comes to town, then Rural Retreat. So a 3-game homestand, and then 5 of their last 7 come on the road. First one at Northside 3 weeks from now. We'll be here to bring you all the action here on the Cat. And if you're out of earshot, you can always stream online as well. Back to receive this kickoff for the Maroon Tide. Mason Cox back on his own 17 alongside Nolan Lawrence. This boot is short and lands near the 32-yard line. Ashworth picks it up and is absolutely hammered. Holds on to the football this time, but Timer Fulgham gave him a lick down on the 30. Ashworth was actually facing his own end zone, going to pick that line drive up. Turned around and got walloped. So give Ashworth credit to hold on to the football. Ball placed at the Galax 30, moving from left to right. 3:14 to go in the 4th quarter. 51-25 the score. The Bulldogs have put a couple of defensive touchdowns up late. Ashworth back in at quarterback as Pickett's day likely is done. And now a timeout taken by Galax as they are struggling to get personnel on the field. They took a timeout to get a player on, but they won't actually take the time for the timeout. Just get right back up to the football and continue going. Referees are okay with it. Snap back to Ashworth. The give up the middle to Peckrin. Bouncing outside. Actually, that's Thompson with the carry. A nice carry. Only gets one out of it. Moving more laterally than vertically, but bouncing off a couple tackles was Thompson before he brought down at the 31. Tackle made by Clarence Pluckett. Second and 9. Ball on the Galax 31. Maroon Tide with the football. They lead 51-25. Ashworth in the gun, takes the snap, pulls it out of the breadbasket and throws down the middle, incomplete. Ashworth was obliterated again in the backfield. A legal hit, though, that time, as coming through the line was Khalili Niblet. Ashworth got the football off, got the throw off, but it was out of the reach of the intended target in Colton Keatley as he looked for the narrow crossing route up the middle. Second string offensive line in, and Ashworth has seen some white jerseys in his face. Pistol formation, 3rd and 9. Snap back to Ashworth. The give to Thompson. He gets through 2 defenders up to the 35 and then brought down there. Some shifty running by Isaac Thompson, but that will bring up 4th down. 2:15 to go on the clock. Offense will stay on just to get more reps. Looking for one more play. 4th and 5 at the 35. Ashworth looks for the play. Relays it to the rest of the offense. He stands at the 30. The ball's on the 35. Pistol formation. Thompson behind him. One receiver split out to the far side right. That's Mason Cox. Ashworth going to run the play clock as far down as he can. It's at 10 right now. 1:40 on the game clock. Now the snap back. Play action. In trouble. Flipping it to the 35. Caught for a first down. And a yard more is Isaac Bartlett. A wonderful screen pass as there were 2 defenders right in the face of Ashworth. And he stood in there to deliver a throw under pressure. Took a hit after. Throw was on target. Bartlett made a nice catch and got right past the sticks to the 41. So 4th and 5 converted. Ashworth in the gun. Thompson behind him. Snap back. Oh, it's a fumble right through the hands of Ashworth. Thompson picks it up and takes a hit at the 33. Ball security continuing to be an issue for the Galax backup quarterback, but this time they retain possession. Loss of 7 on the play. Ball at the 34. Under a minute to go. Likely just one more play coming here for Galax. 51-25 the score. The final minute of formality. Ashworth in the gun takes the snap, and he's going to take a knee here on 2nd down. And that'll do it. They should be able to run the rest of the clock out. That is it. Final score, 51-25 as the final 20 seconds tick off. And the players come to the line to shake hands. We'll come back and give you another scoring recap and an overall look at the game as Galax moves to 2-0 with a home win here in the home opener, 51-25 over Martinsville. You're listening to Galax football on WCGX The Cat.
What's up?